Episode 1: The Architect's Last Light. Imagine a darkness so profound that even the concept of direction ceases to exist. This was the territory of the Voyager. Alias Thorn was a man of science, but as he crossed the aether boundary, his instruments began to fail. Not because they were broken, but because they were measuring something the human mind hadn't yet named. The radiation wasn't heat, it felt like memory. As he drifted, he realized that space is not empty, it is a liquid light, invisible to those who do not believe. He looked back at our galaxy, a tiny, flickering candle in an infinite cathedral. He wasn't afraid. For the first time in his life, he felt the heavy burden of self beginning to lift. He was entering the territory of the divine. Then the light changed. It turned from the cold blue of the stars to a warmth that felt like a summer afternoon from a childhood long forgotten. Before him, the nebulas didn't just swirl, they organized. He saw the sacred geometry, the golden ratio etched into the birth of the new suns. He saw the same patterns found in a seashell or the iris of a human eye, written across a light year of the space. It was then he saw the architect's sanctuary. It was made of stone or metal. It was a structure of pure, intentional thought, a pillar of light that seemed to hold up the very roof of the universe. In that moment, the science in his head bowed to the wonder in his heart. He realized that the Big Bang wasn't a chaotic accident, it was a hello from the infinite. There were no words, yet Thorn understood everything. The message wasn't delivered in a language, but in a feeling. You're seen, you're known, you're a part of the light, not an observer of it. The latent layer, that frequency he had spent his life searching for, wasn't a place. It was the vibration of the Creator's voice, still echoing through the cosmos. Every star is a heartbeat, every black hole is a breath. The universe doesn't just contain life. The universe is life, fueled by a love so vast it creates galaxies just to have a place to sit. Alias Thorn returned a changed man. He no longer looked at the stars to measure them. He looked at them to thank them. Before we part today, I want you to reflect on this. If the universe was designed with such intricate beauty, what does that say about the design of your own life? Is it possible that your struggles, like the birth of a star, are simply the pressure required to create something brilliant? Thank you for wandering the stars with Aether Chronicles. If this story brought you peace, please subscribe and share this light with someone who may be sitting in the dark. Until the next transition, keep your eyes on the heavens.